Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. It is raining in England in a stirring turn of events, and we are the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Miracle, but there's a moment in that movie where Kurt Russell or Herb Brooks, whichever, they're playing they're playing some team, and they draw against them, and then Herb Brooks keeps them out on the pitch or keeps them out on the ice for like 3 hours while just making them run drills over and over and over again. Something very similar happened to the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers after our humiliating loss in Italy against Sampdoria. I kept the boys out there for hours. Oh, ball John Green. That's right. Put your hands in your head because you are ashamed of yourself. I kept the boys out there for hours shouting at them. Shouting at them. I mean, look, I take full responsibility for the embarrassment of Sampdoria, as it has come to be known in my family. But, look, these players, they have to perform. And unless they perform, we are never going to have the glory of Swindon Town. We're never going to be able to experience the miracle that is Swindon Town going to the Premier League. Anyway, we're playing Norwich City, and we are going to beat the living crap out of them because we're mad. We're mad about Sampdoria. We're mad about, of course, it's hurt our support. Of course people aren't as supportive of the Swoodly Poopers when they don't play well because they're less fun to watch. So, we don't have a sellout today, and that's entirely our fault. Ball John Green, since he returned from injury, he is less of a finisher. Anyway, I feel like Ball John Green is getting his legs under him a little bit, but he's still got a ways to go. He's definitely not fully recovered. Oh, no. Yeah, that's offsides. You don't get to, that's against the rules. See? When the red line and the yellow line, they don't line up, that's against the rules. Everybody knows that. Today I'm going to tell you about how I came to own my dog, Willy, even though we're now a quarter of the way through the game. Sorry, I just had to bring you up to date on what's going on with the Swoodly Poopers. I want to thank everybody who's sending in their advice for how I could be better at FIFA. Oh, God, Fat Lucas, I need you now. Thank you, Fat Lucas. The problem, I like your advice and I appreciate it. The problem is that I'm just not very good at pushing the buttons I need to push in order to be a truly effective FIFA player, and you're just going to have to bear with me and hope that my meager level of skill combined with the awesome power of these fantastic, heroic Swoodly Poopers will take us to the top of the Premier League. Willy, the story of Willy begins in the Iraq War. For those of you who don't know, I own a Westie named Fireball Wilson Roberts Green. He's named Fireball Wilson Roberts because of one of my favorite first lines from any novel. The first line of the James Crumley novel, The Last Good Kiss, goes like this. When I finally caught up with Abraham Traherne, he was drinking beer in a ramshackle joint just outside of Sonoma, California, I messed up the line because I'm trying to play football. When I finally caught up with Abraham Traherne, he was drinking beer in a ramshackle joint outside of Sonoma, California, with an alcoholic bulldog named Fireball Roberts drinking the heart right out of a fine spring afternoon. One of my favorite lines in all of fiction. Oh my gosh, Ball John Green to other John Green, but then other John Green can't finish. I used the Y button just like you guys asked, and inches from glory. I don't know who touch that ball exactly, but I'll take it. Come on. Went right through the heart of the defense. It's frustrating. We decided that we wanted a dog. That's how the story begins, really. And we started looking at, shelters, and Sarah really wanted a Westie. She'd had a Westie growing up, and she thought they were great dogs. It's S. Cuthbert. I don't even know your first name, sir. S. Cuthbert. Sorry, you're bald, so hence my confusion. Great goal from S. Cuthbert off of his beautiful bald head, bringing glory back to Swindon Town here in the rain. Look at it again. S. Cuthbert with the finish. So, Sarah really wanted a Westie because apparently she likes difficult dogs. And we started looking at shelters and online and for rescue dogs and stuff. And Westies, for some reason, are pretty, they're pretty hard to find. and those things. And Sarah really wanted a Westie. Now, let me just say for the record that I think you should pretty much always get a shelter dog if you can. There's a bunch of advantages to not doing it the way we did it. Number one, you can get a dog that's pre-potty trained, which is kind of huge. Number two, you can get a dog that needs a home. And number three, you can get a dog on the cheap. There are really no advantages to doing it any other way, to be completely honest with you. Oh, no. Get up, other John Green. I always worry about their health now. That's the end of the first half. So, Ball John Green comforts Denazi, and, you know, our team is going to be fine, but that wasn't really the huge response I was looking for after I kicked their asses in Sampdoria for being lazy. Bunch of lazy, poor-performing embarrassments. Anyway, but we eventually found this family who had a litter of Westies, and they had intended to give the Westies to their 6 children. And this was going to be like a big family thing. They were going to be extending the line of their Westies, whatever, to the next generation of 6 children. And then 2 of their kids were deployed to Iraq. And this was in, like, I don't know, 2008, I guess, 2009. When did we get Willy? I don't know. You all know better than I do. He's like 2 or 3 or something. Anyway, so they were like, well, then we'll find a nice home for these Westies, hopefully. But they were super rigorous about it. Like, I remember they were like, what do you do for a living? And I was like, I make video blogs. And they were like, does that mean that you're home a lot? And I was like, yeah, it means I'm home quite a lot. I do spend a lot of time alone in my basement. Thank you for asking. And great pass. And then and they wanted to interview us and stuff because they really, you know, like they had intended these 2 dogs that they were giving away to go to houses that were, you know, within their families. Ball John Green, finisher. He's back. Look at him say, come on, boys, come on. Jump on top of me while I slide across the pitch. Yes, he's back. Ball John Green. Great goal. He waited until the last possible second and then just put it right in the armpit of the goalkeeper, right in the back of the net. Ball John Green, he's back. So proud of him. Great. I mean, he just worked so hard to recover, and now he's back. He's the part of our club. There's no doubt about it, you know. His husband, John Green, other John Green, is arguably the more talented, but like Ball John Green, absolute heart and soul of our club. So happy to see him scoring again. Oh, it's great. And I was worried they were going to start setting up websites, you know, like, has Ball John Green scored for the Swoodly Pooper since his injury.com, and it was just going to be a big no. But thank God he's back in the game. Swoodly Pooper's up 2-0. The embarrassment of Sampdoria is beginning to be erased. It's not definitely not there yet. By the way, you know who made that tackle? One size fits all. Great job, Fitz. I mean, every time that guy touches it, I want to let you know, because his name is One Size Fits All. Oh, terrible pass. Sorry. Ball John Green's still not 100%. Guess who has the ball? One Size Fits All. Anyway, Willy. So we, after this like battery of interviews and questionnaires and stuff, eventually we were allowed to come get Willy. And I mean, it's kind of sad when you take a dog away from his, from his litter, because he has this relationship. It's his mom and dad, you know. He has this relationship with them and all his brothers and sisters. So like the first night with Willy was very sad, and also Sarah and I had no idea what we had gotten ourselves into. Like in some ways it was scarier. The first day with Willy was scarier than our first day. Great pass there, other John Green. Was scarier than our first day with Henry, because like with Henry, we'd spent 9 months getting ready and getting excited and knowing that it was going to be hard. And with Willy, we took him home and we thought we would just have a dog, but instead we had this thing that like cried all night and like was miserable and like kept peeing everywhere, and we just did not know what we were doing. And we were really overwhelmed. And I'd say for the first like couple months we were really overwhelmed. And in fact, Ball John Green, no. In fact, there were times when I thought we were just going to have to find a better place for Willy to live because it was so overwhelming. Like, he was super cute, but he was also, like, really poorly behaved and, you know, just needy and, you know, as dogs are. But you just have to, I guess, when the lesson from this is that when you get a dog, you have to be serious. Guess who made that block? One size fits all. Great job. I think one size fits all might be the player of the day, even though he hasn't had a goal or anything. Anyway, it was a real wake-up call for me that, you know, my life had changed. And you can't go out when you want. Like, you can't do all the things you want to do. It's just the nature of, oh, gosh, I was trying to set up other John Green to ball John Green so that they could have their between-the-knees hug, and it just didn't happen. Oh. Okay. Guess who has the ball? Guess who has the ball, guys? It's one size fits all. I mean, at some point I'll stop making that joke, but it's so fantastic. I mean, I love the fact that that's his real name. His real name is one size fits all. I guess it's the real name. It's fits. Anyway, but then, you know, like now, like Willy is such a part of our family. I can't imagine it without him. And I can't imagine. And every day that he's not there, like when, you know, when we're about to go on vacation or something, and I can walk upstairs without him barking, thinking that someone's at the door because he doesn't know the difference between the sound of knocking on the door and the sound of me walking upstairs. Like every day that, it goes to the goal. There's the hug. There's the hug. That's just two men who love each other. Other John Green, Nate Bennett, and Bald John Green with the nice setup for each other. And then just a great off the post, then off the back of the goalkeeper into the goal. Kind of humiliating for the keeper, isn't it? Boop, boop. Just a great goal. And it's great, you know, it's great to see this dynamic duo back together. Go hug him. Go hug him. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Proud of our boys. 3-0 against Norwich City. You know, a good football club in their own right, but no swoodly poopers. And that's the end of the game. So I want to thank other John Green, Bald John Green, and the whole swoodly pooper team for making us forget the embarrassment of Sampdoria, and Willy for being a part of my family. All right, guys, I will hear you. No, dang it, every time. Best wishes.